Oh yeah, is it watch party time? Is it time for a watch party? Is it time for episode 4 of The Bad Batch? Wow. It's finally been a week. We finally get to watch The Bad Batch yet again after that crazy premiere of the first 3 episodes. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this fine, really early in the morning, Wednesday morning? What's up, everybody? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars. And yes, it is yet again 2:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the morning. So you guys are all crazy, unless you're, of course, whatever time it is for you around the world. You're all crazy for being here with me this morning to watch The Bad Batch Season 3, Episode 4. This episode is called A Different Approach. And before this show starts in the next 15 minutes, we're going to predict everything that we think is going to happen in this episode. Our boldest, craziest predictions. Drop them in the chat, and we're going to talk about it all, okay? We're going to talk about who we think is going to show up, what the different approach means, and what's going down in this 4th episode. So, yes, I am ridiculously tired. Yes, this is going to be a fun stream because I am ridiculously tired. And yes, smash a freaking like on this stream if you haven't yet. Of course, as always, let me open up the chat so I can see what you guys are talking about. How's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday morning, I guess? Yes, Wednesday, early morning. Wednesday. What's up, Maggie? What's up, Keto? What's up, Rose? What's up, Maggie? What's up, Fearless? How's everybody doing? Ian, what is up? What's up, guys? What time is it for you guys? Like, why are you guys up this early? What's going on? What's everybody up to this fine early morning on a Wednesday? We got about 13-ish minutes till showtime. What is up? Jossiua. Joss, what's up? Says, are you doing a countdown? Well, yes, we're kind of doing a prediction, talking predictions for the next 13 minutes until the show starts, and then we're watching it all together. So, yes, there's kind of a countdown. Yes. Ian says, it's 8 a.m. Oh, that's nice. That's not too bad. Gloating. Yeah. Fearless says, I'm fine. Drinking coffee at 8:45 or 8:47 a.m. That must be nice. Josh says, it's 11:47 for me. That makes me feel a little bit better, but still even better than 3 a.m. Maggie says, I'm doing tired, Mike. How are you? I am also doing tired. Yes, I am doing tired as well. Tony, what's up? How we doing? How's everybody doing? All right, let's drop your boldest predictions for this 4th episode. Boldest. I'm talking someone's going to die. I'm talking Asajj Ventress is going to show up and lop somebody's head off. What is your craziest prediction for this 4th upcoming episode? What do we think? Let me, Ian says, I love when we get Mike in his PJs. I'm actually, I guess I'm in my PJs. I slept in this, so it's considered my pajamas. Yeah. Yes. Got a lovely good cup of grit and tea. And following orders. Nice. Love to see it. All right, let's watch this trailer that we got yesterday. Just a 31-second trailer that we got 14 hours ago. Let's watch this trailer all together before we start this whole damn thing. This was the trailer for today's episode. Supposedly, there's some old footage in it. There's some new footage in it. There's a lot going on in this trailer. So we're going to watch it. We've already seen it. Of course, we watched it on the prediction stream yesterday, but we're going to watch it again. We're going to watch it again. Okay? Is everybody okay with that? Well, you put in your predictions in the chat. Holy shit, that's loud. Hang on. Okay. Let's watch this up. Let's do it. Let's go full screen. Let's share the screen. And then let's watch the video. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? So it starts off with Crosshair and Hunter. Kind of cool. That means Crosshair and Hunter and the Bad Batch are getting back together.
Why is there always a huge monster?
Omega, you are in danger. There has to be a way out of here.
Omega's been waiting for us a long time. We're not giving up.
I need to know what I am.
All in due time.
Go!
This is where the fun begins.
I mean, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. But there is some interesting scenes in this. Whoops, that's loud. In this trailer that we got to kind of dissect here. What we think is going to be in this fourth episode we're about to watch. So this opening scene I do think will be in the fourth episode we're about to watch. But that means that Crosshair is coming back together with the Bad Batch. Now, we talked about this a little bit on the prediction stream yesterday, but if you weren't there for that, I got a prediction for this episode that, yes, Crosshair is going to meet back up with Hunter and Wrecker and the other members of the Bad Batch, like Echo and Rex, even though Rex isn't really a member of the Bad Batch, but I don't think Omega is. I think Omega will be captured yet again by the Empire and brought back to Mount Tantus even before they have their reunion. That's just a bold prediction I got brewing right now, but it's because we see Crosshair with Hunter and Wrecker multiple times in this trailer, but also in the original trailer that we got for the show, and Omega is never with them. So I think Omega might willingly go back to the Empire in this fourth episode before going back to the Bad Batch, because she doesn't really know what her whole role is in all of this. She just found out that Nala Se says that she's in this crazy danger and she's very important to them, blah, blah, blah. She has a high M count. So she might go back willingly, but that's just a bold prediction I got going. But regardless, this does confirm that Crosshair is going back to the Bad Batch. Confirms it. And that's very important because I do think this scene will be in tonight's episode. There's this crazy monster thing on this wintry planet. We don't know what it is. Could be Hoth, which would be cool. But Wrecker says, why does there always have to be a giant monster? I agree with him. Then we get a scene we've already seen with Nala Se and Omega. Some scenes we've already seen. But there's one in here. Yes, this one. So this is Pabu. This is Pabu with Hunter down there looking up with Crosshair. I think you see the top of his helmet too. But this is Pabu, this mountain over here on the left. And you see this Venator hovering above Pabu. And this is not good news for the pedestrians of Pabu. This is supposed to be a very safe haven from the Empire, this planet. This is where a lot of people have escaped the Empire. And that's not going to be the case anymore. Pabu is going to be overrun by the Empire, maybe even in this third episode. So that is going to be quite wild. Then we get Omega saying, I need to know what I am, and that's why I think she is going back to the Empire. And we get a look at Dr. Hemlock yet again, right there, looking as evil as ever. Looks like he is in the vault that we saw in the first 3 episodes, but I don't know. We'll see. Then this Palpatine stuff was already seen in episode 3, but we might be getting some more Palpatine stuff, which would be awesome. Maybe not tonight, but definitely in the future. This is weird. Hunter has his armor painted all black, maybe to blend in with the Empire. I'm not too sure, but he is definitely painted all black there. As you can see right here, he's definitely painted all black. Oh, that might just mean that they're infiltrating the Empire again or something like that, but he definitely painted his armor all black, which is interesting. So a lot going on here in this tiny little 30-second clip that could be happening tonight. So that's the trailer that was released yesterday by Star Wars, by Lucasfilm themselves. And if that doesn't get you hyped up, I don't know what will, but it's pretty cool. Tony says, will we be excited, amazed, and confused at the end of this episode? Oh, we will. That's your prediction. Amazed, excited, and confused. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. If we're amazing, excited, and confused, Tony, I'm all in for that. Yes. Fearless says, it's so short, the episode. It'll be over much too soon. That's true. So we're used to last week where we got 3 episodes in the premiere, and they were all very good. I know that second episode a lot of fans don't like as much as the other 2, but the other 2, I mean that third episode especially, was incredible. Like some of the best Star Wars we've seen in a long, long time. Getting Project Necromancer, getting Palpatine better than ever. I think we're going to get even more Palpatine based off of the critic reviews that saw the first 8 episodes of the show. They said Palpatine was scarier than ever. And yes, Palpatine was scary in that third episode, but I don't think he was scarier than ever. I think we will see more of him, which is going to be cool. But yes, since we got 3 episodes last week, and we're only getting 1 this week, it's going to feel like the fastest episode ever. So it better be pretty good to live up to the expectations of last week's episodes. Yeah. Rose says Omega and Crosshair run into Hondo and get captured. That would be pretty crazy. If we are just assuming that Omega and Crosshair just naturally get their way back to Hunter and Wrecker. It might not be that easy. And this episode might be a different approach to getting back to Hunter and Wrecker. The name of this episode is A Different Approach. It's kind of a question of what does that mean? Yeah. 9 minutes. Yeah, we're down to 4 minutes now. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody. What's up, Super Ultra Instinct says, what's up, my friend? I'm really looking forward to this next episode. Me too. Absolutely me too. Yeah. Alex, what's up? How we doing? Alex, you're not watching with the cool poop people over at Lucasfilm this time? You get to come watch it with us? I appreciate it. Ian says, 22 minutes, and you can be tucked back into bed in no time. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to make my breakdown video right after the stream. So hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be tucked back into bed by 8 in the morning. And I'll sleep all day. Pretty much all day, yeah. Tony says, let's all hit the like button while we're waiting. Yeah, let's all hit the like button while we're waiting. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. Ian says, I just don't want Hondo or Saw messing everything up. Yeah, Saw is the reason that Tech died, and nobody really talks about that enough. Saw Gerrera is really the one that killed Tech. No one really says anything much about that. Yeah. Josh says, I hope we get to see what's in those incubators. Oh. Yes, what's in those Bacta tanks? I agree. In Project Necromancer, I'd love to see like a Snoke clone, early on Snoke clone. That would be awesome. I agree. Necroport, what's up, Necroport says, wait, where's Echo again? He's with Rex right now, but the two of them might be in this episode because they were supposed to be in episode 2, but they were a little bit behind, so maybe they're going to be in this episode. Yeah. Alex says, the return can only mean one thing. Our boy Jar Jar is back. Imagine Jar Jar Binks. I doubt that. I think the return is probably going to be Asajj Ventress, but we'll see when that comes. That's next week's episode. Yeah. Fearless says, I think there's going to be a reunion going down in this episode somehow. Yeah, maybe they get back together. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, I'm really looking forward to seeing Darth Vader in this season of The Bad Batch. I'd love to see Darth Vader. It would be so cool to see Vader in this season. But the Bad Batch are going to have to pose quite the threat for Vader to come out of his castle on Mustafar, I guess. Yeah. Necroport says, that's what I thought. I forgot, my bad. You're good. Don't worry about it. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, also, I have a theory on those tanks. I think it's younger clones of Palpatine. I think so too, but are they going to be successful clones or not is the big question. Yeah. We're down to 1 minute, Maggie. 1 minute until this show starts. So how this watch party thing works is this. We have a timer that I put up in the top corner like so. And this timer is going to press play like so. Well, not like so. Like so. And we're going to press play at the same time so that our shows are lined up together. That's how this whole watch party thing works. So yeah. Is the episode out yet? No. The episode is not out yet. We got 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. Dude, I had the we'll go a little real here, okay? I had the most trouble. It's 3 in the morning, okay? Give me a break. I had a lot of trouble going to sleep last night. Like, I could not fall asleep for the life of me. I don't know why. I got very little sleep coming into this stream today. Like, very little, like less than 3 hours. And I was just, like, thinking of this crazy idea for a video that I know is almost nearly impossible. I'd need, like, a million different animators and shit, but if the channel was ever to get to a point where I could hire a bunch of animators, that would be the coolest thing. We could do this whole series of these battles one-on-one. It sounds like nothing to you guys right now, but it would sound incredible. Ian says, we know from Snoke and Palpatine that a successful clone didn't happen. Well, that's not true. The successful clone could have happened and then been destroyed. That's always the case. All right, it's 3 a.m. Let's see. Oh, it is out. A different approach. 28 minutes. Stranded in dangerous territory. Omega and Crosshair must work together. So they are not yet out. They are not yet out. Okay, cool. Fearless says, like someone said in the last stream, Vader could come in and lop somebody's head off. Yeah, true. Is that what that says? I didn't even see. Oh, when Ventress comes back. Yes, I agree. I think the high M count is the will of the Force. Possible. Yeah. I'm going to Disney Plus to watch the episode. Be back afterwards. Okay, Fearless. All right, let's watch this up. Let's hang on. I gotta change my headset real quick, and then we'll start it together. Change my headset. Boom. Okay. Let's start this up together here. So we're gonna press play at the same time. You're not going to skip any recaps or anything like that. So let's do that. Okay. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Don't skip anything. Don't skip the recap. Don't skip the intro. Don't skip anything. That's okay, Maggie. We'll wait for you. Just kidding, but you can always rewind the stream. Maggie, did you stay up? And if so, how did you do it? I know you were worried about it in the stream yesterday. All right, a different approach. Let's do it. No recap? Another happy landing. Yikes. That's not good. That's true. Glove. Nice, Maggie. Nice. Omega says we gotta go back. They hid Batcher in the trailer. Okay, Mount Antis, I like it. Dr. Hemlock's weird hand thing. Oh, that's what you're talking about with the glove? Interesting. We shall see. Is Dr. Hemlock me? Uh-oh. This is a spaceport from the trailer. Hmm. Stealing clothes. That poncho TK Troopers, I love it. Straight out of 2003 Clone Wars. It is pretty cool. Good plan. Let's do it. Like what? Omega trying to bribe the person. This is tough. Well, that went well. Boom roasted. That trooper look is sick, I must say. It's possible, Rose. Because she's really good at that game. You're right. True. True. Ooh, Trandoshan. Imagine Omega was like, these are not the droids you're looking for. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big Imperial dude. Never a good sign. I think it's Sabak. At least the cards look like it. Uh-oh. Uno mas. Pick on the Trandoshan. Uh-oh. Kind of looks like Admiral Rampart ate too many donuts. After he got caught by the Empire in the second season. I don't think this is Sabak. Dad. That's funny. Like we know what that means. Weird. 135. There you go. They took the frickin' hound. Oh, come on. Handed out credits like it's nothing. Could have guessed that one. You didn't have to pay him 5,000 credits. Leave the animal. Leave Batcher behind. Ba-ba. He's definitely not leaving. That's not good. Nice. True. It's probably Batcher. But actually, I mean, it could be. You never know. True, Maggie. True. There's Batcher. Something else in there. Free them all, Omega. Free them all. Crosshair equals Squidward. Dang. When Hemlock shows up, that's not good. Kill him, Crosshair. Kill him. Nice. Free them all. Yeah. What the heck are those things? Time to go. They're stealing the entire ship. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Boom, roasted. That was pretty cool. That's a nice touch. Don't tell me that's the end of the episode. Okay, good. Rathtar, that's what it was. Yeah. $125 to be exact. That's sick. What planet is that? Now there's a sight. Where's Hunter? She brought a friend too. She had help. Traitor. They don't look very happy to see him. Don't tell me that's the end. Come on. Damn. Gotta leave us with that cliffhanger like that? Let me switch my headset. Hang on. Let me switch my headset. All right. To be expected with this 4th episode, honestly. What do we think? Oh, let me pause this timer. Let me pause this timer. Let me get rid of this timer. Boom. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, rank this episode out of 10. What do we think? What did we think? Out of 10, rank this episode out of 10. Hang on. Let me go like this. Okay. Out of 10, what do we think? Rank this episode out of 10. Where are we at on this episode? Where are we at? Let me put this over here. Put this over there. Rank this episode out of 10. What do we think? Actually, let me put a poll up too in the chat so we can put this here. What did, for people coming in, you think of episode 4? We're going to go 1 to 3 out of 10. 1 to 3 out of 10. 4 to 6 out of 10. Oops. Because I only have 4 options, so I can't do all of them. 4 to 6 out of 10. 7 or 8 out of 10. And then 9 or 10 out of 10. 9/10. What do we think of this episode? What do we think? All right, coming in, we got Tony with about a 6, 5 out of 6. Fearless says 8 out of 10. Nice. Ian says, okay, definitely filler, but it did get all emotional at the reunion, 7 out of 10. Necroport says 7.5 out of 10. Maggie says 10 out of 10 for the reunion. Interesting. For the visuals and new characters, sand environment, a 9 out of 10. Rose says a 7.5 out of 10. Mark Collins is up. Mark says 8 out of 10. Fearless says, I had to wipe some tears, though. Wrecker and Hunter. Sigh. Yeah. NH Instrumentals, what's up, says, people saying filler, did you just want an episode where the Bad Batch are magically reunited and with loads of cameos? That's true. I'll get into that in a second, though. Yes. Necroport says, who else was digging the Imperial Control planet vibes? Me. I think it was done very well. Mark says, the tensions between the 3 is thick. That is true. That is going to be explored a lot in that next episode for sure. Pablo says, I give it maybe a 6, maybe a 7. Interesting. Reunion could have been better, but I'd rank it a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, interesting. Right now, 75% of you are saying 7 to 8 range in the poll. Interesting. So right now, and again, I'll have to watch it again before I do the breakdown, I would probably give it a 7.3-ish out of 10. It's in that 7 to 7.5 range. I say it's around the same as episode 2. Here's the thing. It's people say filler. I hate the word filler at this point. It's not a filler episode. There's no such thing as a filler episode. As Necroport said, how are they supposed to go from being captured by the Empire to this reunion without this episode that had to happen? There had to be some in-between type thing to keep Hemlock on the scent, to keep the story moving, and of course to give us this very emotional and emotional reunion. So there had to be this episode. Did I want it to be obviously a lot more action, maybe some more story? I don't know. I really don't know, but I think this episode had to happen. Here's the thing, guys. We are 4 episodes into the season. 4. It's a 16-episode show. 16 episodes. Or I guess 15 episodes, but there's going to be a 16th episode. That means we are a quarter of the way into this show. And already, a quarter of the way into the show. And 4 episodes in already, Omega and Crosshair have escaped and reunited with the Bad Batch. Something I thought was going to happen way later down the line in the season. So that actually leads me to believe that there's going to be a lot more craziness going in this in these next 3/4 of the season. We know that Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, Asajj Ventress are all going to be in the show in some way, somehow, if the Empire's hiring bounty hunters, if however Asajj is going to play into all this. But there's a lot coming. And this episode was an important one, but also kind of maybe should have been a double-up episode, I think. Like, you come off the back of 3-episode premiere, where all 3 episodes were very solid. This one was very solid as well, but you get 3 episodes that are very solid, and one being the third one being absolutely incredible. Like, just straight up banger. To go from that to this week's episode, which is filler, for lack of a better word, it does tell a story that needs to be told, but I would have rather had that be a double-up episode. If they did maybe episode 1 and 2 on the premiere, and then episode 3 and 4 on the second week, I think that would have maybe played better. But, hey, I still think it was a good episode. A solid 7.5-ish out of 10 is a good episode. I'm not saying it blew my mind away, but this is the Bad Batch. This is what happens every season. It's a 16-episode show, and you got to let it sort of build. You got to let the story and the character development build as the season goes along. It's a very Omega-esque episode where she goes in and beats everybody at the card game. Most likely Sabak. I'll have to go back and check. And then she goes and frees all the animals. It's very feel-good Omega-type story. And then, of course, at the end, they reunite with the Bad Batch members. You get some cool stuff with the CT troopers that are wearing those poncho type things. Those looked really cool. This Imperial planet being held, or this planet being held under Imperial rule was cool. You get a very Rampart looks like he's put on a few pounds. Yeah, I mean it was a filler episode, for again a lack of a better word, because I hate that word, but it was a good one. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Pablo, I just said, gave it a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10. Tony says, this episode was the end of the initial arc. Yeah, kind of. The first 4 episodes were kind of an arc. Yeah, very well put, actually. The only thing is the first 3 came out at the same time, and then the 4th one, to finish off the arc, ended it. So it's a good question. I mean, it's a good point that this did end off this initial first arc of the season, but the first 3 came out at the same time. And then we only got 1 this week, and this was the one. The problem is now we have to wait a whole another week for another episode. That's just kind of where we're at with this. Ian says, LOL, the crooked Imperial officer had a very specific kind of British accent. Yeah, kind of. Well, here's the thing. What's even funnier about the whole Imperial officer thing is the guy is spot on. They're so good at giving us just Imperial officers that are just the worst, and you hate them immediately. They didn't even give this guy a name. His name was Captain. I was like looking for a name, searching for a name for the breakdown, whatever. His name was Captain. Like, they don't even have to give these guys names anymore before they just like throw them out there, you know? Yeah. Josh says, bittersweet ending. Yeah, it was bittersweet for sure. Obviously, it was nice to see them get back together, but it feels like, honestly, since I just watched Bad Batch Season 2, and the first 4 episodes were all within a week of each other, didn't seem like that long. Obviously, a lot of time had passed for them, being like 146 days, something like that. So, yeah, true. Tony says, call the escape episode 1 through 4. Yeah, it kind of is that escape arc from the first 4 episodes. You're onto something there, for sure. It's like the first arc is over now, and now we can move on to the Empire hunting down Omega. Like, really hardcore hunting down Omega. And they're right behind her. They're right on her trail, which is interesting. Yeah. Tomassive. What's up, Tomassive? Says, filler when we get a direct follow-up to last week. Yeah, it's not filler. It's what was to come after last week's episode. It's what we expected, honestly. I thought maybe we'd see those bounty hunters from the trailer, because usually trailer footage is in the first couple episodes. So I thought maybe Cad Bane and Fennec would be in this episode hunting down Omega for the Empire, but I guess that's going to be next week or maybe even the week after that. You have to remember next week's episode is called The Return, which is pretty interesting. Is that the return of Asajj Ventress? Is that the return of Crosshair back to the other members? So today's episode was a different approach, and the different approach was having Omega actually have to go with Crosshair's approach, the two of them working together to try Omega's thing, and then they had to end up going with killing everybody. with Crosshair. Yeah. Maggie says, how is Hunter going to react to Batcher? I don't know. I don't think he'll react all that crazy. I don't know. Fearless says, no, it is not a filler. I don't think so either. It is a necessary story to continue the story. It's what we expected from last week. That's kind of how it is. So you could call it filler because it's not very action-packed. It doesn't really further the story too much, but it brings them back together. It's the reunion that we've been waiting for the first 4 episodes. So, I mean, it's not filler at all. Yeah. Massive says, people are ridiculous. I agree, but I don't know why you say that. Joss says, it's definitely not a filler. A filler is a Sid mission. Yeah, but even the Sid missions were sort of just more for character development. And yes, I think a Sid mission is probably more filler than this. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, Tony says, no, it is not filler. Those who say are not fans. Well, I wouldn't say that. People have their own opinions, obviously. But no, I wouldn't say this is filler. Yeah. Ian says, okay, I was being tongue-in-cheek when I said filler. Yeah, I know you were, Ian. That's why I didn't call you out for it, obviously. Yeah. Tony says, they just killed themselves or are trying to cause a ruckus. Oh, they just kid themselves. Not kill themselves. They just kid themselves or trying to cause a ruckus. I mean, yeah. I don't know. There's always people who are going to hate on every episode of The Bad Batch, I'm sure. So I'm sure you'll see that, especially this week. Fearless says, no, I'm excited for next episode to see how they reconcile with Crosshair. And I must say, Omega and Crosshair are a pretty good team. Yeah, so you got the whole Omega and Crosshair back together type thing. But it's kind of how the other Bad Batch members are going to open up to Crosshair's return, because Wrecker and Hunter did not look too satisfied to be seeing Crosshair's face. And deservingly so. They didn't go through what Omega went through with him. So, yeah. And they're not nearly as open-minded. Massive, I love the name, by the way, says, it's also not rushed because we're going to see the relationship being tested through this final season. Yeah, they have to set up the fact. Like, think about it this way. In the second season, thanks to the hearts, guys, I appreciate it. In the second season, we got that episode with the pod race, or like the racing episode with the droid, and then Tech had to step in and finish the race. That was to establish Tech's character, give us more Tech development, have fans fall in love with Tech, because at the end of the season, he died. I think that's a very similar way as this episode was to develop Crosshair's character and his relationship with Omega, and his relationships as coming back to the light side, because I think Crosshair is going to die at the end of this season, or at least in the back half of the season. So I think this was an episode to sort of, yes, bring the reunion back together, but also to give us some more Crosshair time, because Crosshair's a goner, I think. Yeah. Ian says, you can't beat a good poncho. Ask Cal Kestis. Yeah, I love me a good poncho in Star Wars. There's never enough. Rose says, the rest of the season will be about getting the clones and their allies together from Mount Tantus while Hemlock hunts Omega. Yeah, Omega, right off the bat at the beginning of the episode, was like, we have to go back. We have to go back to save all the other clones there. And Crosshair's like, we got to save ourselves, first of all. So Omega's already in the mindset of, I gotta go back to save everybody else. So I'm sure she's going to convince Hunter and Wrecker and the rest of them to go and do that. I think Hunter's going to say no initially, and they're probably going to go back to Pabu. Omega's probably not going to want to go there, but she's going to realize that she has to be kept safe from the Empire, and then probably go to Pabu, and then the Empire is going to find them on Pabu. I think that's how this fifth episode is probably going to go. Maybe the return is them returning back to Pabu. But I think from what we said before the episode even started, from that trailer where we see Pabu getting the Imperial presence showing up on Pabu, I think that's going to happen in this next episode. Yeah. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, I give this episode a 4 out of 6. It was an okay episode. A 4 out of 6? Or a 4.26 out of 10? 4 out of 6? Massive says, bro died like Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park like? Did he die at the end of that? Oh yeah, he did. I completely blanked on that. What was the name of that thing again? What was the creature that was in the thing from The Force Awakens? Didn't we see that creature again in like an early season of The Bad Batch or something? When did we see that creature recently in Star Wars? What was the name of it again? Super Ultra Instinct Rose Cody King Cody says, I wonder if Crosshair is going to rejoin the Bad Batch. Well, it seems like it. I just wonder how that's going to go, you know? And he also says this episode was okay. Yeah. Rathtar. Yes, the Rathtar. So that was the thing. That was a creature from The Force Awakens when Finn and Rey meet up with Han and Chewie there transporting Rathtar. Yeah, that was the creature that was in that crate for sure. Necroport says, it's not really important to the story too much, but I believe that the TK Troopers' suits are more advanced than standard Stormtrooper armor. I think the Empire plans to go for more expensive at first. Yeah, well, you're going to see the evolution of the Clone Trooper armor, Stormtrooper armor, because it has to go from where we're at now with the TK Troopers all the way to how we see it in A New Hope, or how we see it even in Rebels, or even by the time of Kenobi, actually, it's also the iconic Stormtrooper armor that we know from the original trilogy. So at some point, it makes that, yeah. Joss says, Crosshair must have been like, where's Tech at? Ooh, I didn't even think about that. They're going to have to explain to Crosshair that Tech is not alive, because right now, I'm sure he thinks the Tech is alive. Yeah. Yeah, probably tomorrow night, I'm going to have to do my review for this episode for The Bad Batch. Make sure you tune in for my review. Oh, I'll definitely check that out for sure. Yeah, I got to get working on this breakdown for this episode as soon as possible. Necropart says, the fact that they still use the V-Wings supports that because of the Star Wars lore. TIE fighters are effective yet extremely cheap fighters, meant to be deployed in the same way B-1 battle droids while V-Wings were quite decked out compared to some of the Z-95 headhunters. Yeah, so TIE fighters are mass-produced and pretty easy to produce, cheaper, like you said. So, yeah, they definitely still haven't gone to the TIE fighters yet. They're still on the Venators, too. They haven't gone to the Star Destroyers yet. So, there's still that transition that the Empire needs to make into the sort of equipment, for lack of a better word, that they use in A New Hope and in original trilogy and all this other stuff. So that transition still needs to happen, and I think it will probably in this Bad Batch Season 3. Mark Collins says, do you think that we will see Clone Force 99 versus Delta Squad since Scorch is around? I wouldn't say that. I mean, maybe. I'd never say never, but I don't think it's probably of the utmost importance in this third season is getting that happening, but maybe. It would be a nice nod to a lot of Legends fans for sure. Yeah. NH Instrumental says, could the return be Rex and Echo returning to their mission? It could be. I think the return is probably going to have a lot of different meanings. Crosshair returning to the Bad Batch, them returning to Pabu, and maybe the return of Cad Bane, maybe the return of Asajj Ventress. I really don't know. I think it could mean multiple things. Yeah. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, I don't like the sequels. I didn't like the sequels. Don't even get me started on that. Okay. And also, I'm not looking forward to the Rey movie. I'm probably not even going to see it. Oh, that's too bad. I'm definitely going to see the Rey movie. As much as I didn't really like the sequel trilogy as much as I would hope I would, I still have hope that it can be fixed. Just like I think episode 3 of last week helped fix Rise of Skywalker for me, honestly. So, yeah. Toe Massive says, well, I'm going to go get some sleep, but I got to subscribe because I enjoyed the discussion and look forward to watching the content by you tomorrow. I appreciate you, Toe Massive, and I appreciate the support. We did just hit 9,000 subscribers on Monday, 2 days ago now. So that was very awesome, and we are on the road to 10K, Toe Massive, and I appreciate you, and I really hope your name is really Toe Massive because I get it. It's like Thomas/Massive, but it's great, and I appreciate it. Fearless says, I hope the return doesn't mean the return to Tantus. Yeah, that would not be good. I doubt it, though. I doubt I doubt it. But right now, 74% of you guys do say 7 to 8 out of 10. That's interesting. That is interesting. Rose says, congrats on 9K. I appreciate that, Rose. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm also going to do a Star Wars The Bad Batch Episode 6 review on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. I'll definitely check that out. Episode 6. I'm confused. You lost me there. How about this? I actually wanted to talk about this before the episode started, but why not talk about it now before we get on out of here? James Arnold Taylor, who voices Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequel trilogy, is talking about Plo Koon getting a mini-series with a young Ahsoka. Now this could be leading to another season of Tales of the Jedi, but let's talk about this real quick before we get on out of here. Don't worry about it. So James Arnold Taylor, so if you guys don't know, Plo Koon, although he's not the master of Ahsoka, finds Ahsoka Tano. He's the one who finds Ahsoka at her village. So James Arnold Taylor, who voices Obi-Wan Kenobi and Plo Koon in the Clone Wars, hopes to make a young Ahsoka and Plo Koon miniseries. According to, and this is obviously has to do with The Bad Batch. We're not just talking about this for no reason. According to a new report from Popverse, voice actor James Arnold Taylor is hoping to make a miniseries that explores the backstory of young Ahsoka and Plo Koon. He also argues that Plo Koon is still alive in the Star Wars universe. Well, that's probably not true, because he probably just loves Plo Koon, you know? But Plo Koon we see pretty much just get blown up in Order 66, so it's highly unlikely. But this is what he says. I would love if they brought him back, but it would be a thrill if we were allowed to extend what he did in the last series with Ahsoka and Plo Koon. I'd love a whole mini-series of when he was little, or she was little, sorry, and him training her as a Jedi. I know that Ashley is an amazing actress, and she could voice a little Ahsoka, and she could voice mid-sized Ahsoka as well, and then full-grown Ahsoka, because we've seen all of that. I would love to see their arc told more. I would want to know what happens there. It is a cool little arc. Plo Koon is a fan favorite character. James Arnold Taylor is a fan favorite voice actor for Star Wars fans, and so is Ashley. Getting Ashley to come back and play Ahsoka is always good news. But this could lead into a Tales of the Jedi episode, or arc, I should say. So, Tales of the Jedi, as you guys know, Season 1 had Ahsoka and Count Dooku. Now, I think Season 2 is going to give us at least Asajj Ventress. Now, the other arc could be this Plo Koon Ahsoka arc, but since James is talking about it like it hasn't happened yet, then it could be in Season 3. So the reason I think it's Asajj Ventress is for the Bad Batch Season 3. We see Asajj in the trailer, and her death in Dark Disciple needs to be explained, and that's why I think she'll be in in Tales of the Jedi Season 2. So this could be leading to his Tales of the Jedi Season 3 with Plo Koon and Ahsoka, which would be pretty cool. And I think a lot of people would actually really want to see that, because Plo Koon is a fan favorite character for sure. So I was going to bring that up before the episode aired, but we ran out of time. So yeah. Mark says, I'm down for that. These two have such a great bond since she was a kid. Yeah, Plo Koon and Ahsoka have that bond in the Clone Wars, and I'd love to see that get explored more as well. Me too. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, awesome. I like Plo Koon. I really like Plo Koon. Me too. Necro Port says, that would be awesome. I love James Arnold Taylor, and he is great as Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars. He really is. He does a lot of voices too. He does Plo Koon, obviously, but he does a lot of voices, and he's really good at them. I actually met him at Fan Expo Boston last summer, and he's quite a cool dude. Quite a cool dude. Indeed. Alex says, just finished the episode. It was good. Now I need to see Omega play Lando. Oh, because of of course. Play Lando in Sabak. Also, was that a Rathtar that dragged the captain into the cage? That's what we're assuming. I mean, just the tentacles look the same, and the roar sounds the same. So I would think so. Yeah. Mark says, Omega versus Lando would be an epic match. Honestly, Omega's kind of at the age where if we were to get a show that follows Omega after the Bad Batch, like we were speculating about beforehand, If we were to get that show with Omega learning to become a Force sensitive or being a bounty hunter after the events of the Bad Batch, after most of her brothers die, if not all of them die, and she's working with her other brother, Boba Fett, or she's working with Asajj Ventress in the underworld, she could come into contact with a Lando Calrissian, with a Han Solo, with the underworld like that. That would be pretty cool. That would be awesome to see Lando versus Omega that'd be cool for sure. Maggie says, we think that it was a Rathar. Yes, we do. Rose says, yes, please. I'd be all over that. More Ahsoka and Plo Koon with all the same voice actors. It would be awesome because you get to have Ashley come back and do Ahsoka. You get to have James Arnold Taylor come back to do Plo Koon. It would be cool. Yeah. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody, I love saying that name, says, and also I'd like to see a movie about Darth Vader between episodes 5, Empire Strikes Back, and episode 6, Return of the Jedi. It would be cool. I'd rather a Vader series, That'd be awesome. That'd be cool as well. Star Wars for Life, what is up? Says, I am here. What's up? Have you watched the episode yet, Star Wars for Life? Alex says, did you catch the Porg Easter egg? I did not. Was there Porgs at that final scene? I did not see that. Where was it, Alex? Where was it? Find the timestamp. I'll find it. Find a timestamp. Super Ultra Instinct Rose King Cody says, I actually got to meet one of the people who played Darth Vader in the originals that replaced David Price. Wait, what? That replaced David Price? Interesting. Fearless says, no, Porgs? What? Where? When? I didn't see the Porgs either. It must have been in that final scene. Let's see if I can find it. All right, let's see. Must have been when all those animals were escaping now. Those weird ostrich-looking things look familiar, but I don't know from where. Let's see. Porg, where are you at? I don't see a Porg here, but maybe I'm missing it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't see a Porg. They put the episode out? Yes, they put the episode out. 3 a.m., as always. Rose says, I would want to see a Tales of the Jedi where Vader / Anakin tries to bring back Padme. Ooh, that would be cool. But that would be more of a Tales of the Sith episode, which I hope we do get. But yes, that would be awesome. Because Vader is very obsessed with bringing back Padme, even after all that stuff happens in Order 66. So, yeah. I'd love to see that too, because we get to see that a little bit in like the Vader Immortal games on the Oculus, which if you've played through, they're pretty cool. You also get to see it in comics a lot. So I'd love to see that. Yeah. I'd love to see it. And if Alex could tell us where the Porgs are. If you guys haven't yet, smash a freaking like on the stream. What are we waiting for? How many likes we got? Oh, we got 20. We good. We're good. I appreciate you guys for hitting that like button. Appreciate it. Good Cups Follow orders. Yes, the Good Cup Follows orders came out around like 5 minutes into the show. Alex says at 17:18. So 17 minutes and 18 seconds, you can hear them. Okay. You can hear them. Let's see. 17:18, you say. 17:18. Could you guys hear that? I heard it. This is some other animals. One sounds like a giraffe almost, but I heard it. It's at the tail end of this sound. It's like, breep, breep. Ready? That's definitely a Porg. That's a great catch, Alex. How the hell did you hear that? That's a great catch. That is a great catch. Joss says, I wonder how Crosshair will take Tech's death. I don't know if he'll take it that hard. Obviously, he was a brother with him for so long, but I don't know if he like has feelings like that. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how he'll do it. Yeah, you guys heard that? That was a great catch, Alex, must say. I really like the Vader comics. They have some very interesting stuff in there. Oh, yeah, for sure. The Vader comics have been very good for a long time. There's a lot of Padme stuff in there, obviously, but there's a lot of him hunting down Jedi in there, which is really cool. Yeah. For sure. Alex says, I was watching with my headphones, and that sound is very unique. Yeah, I guess so too, but I just must have missed it. It is a very unique sound, for sure. It would have been funnier if a Rathtar didn't kill that guy. It would have been way funnier if it was a Porg. If a Porg came out and just killed that Imperial officer, or like an army of them, would have been amazing. Yeah. Mark says, Vader Comics could be a Disney first true R-rated series. I don't think Disney's ever going to go for an R-rated series. I don't think Star Wars should ever go R. I like PG-13. I mean, Revenge of the Sith is like the perfect balance of that. So, I don't know. I think rated R Star Wars I don't think should exist. I think you can have darker stuff like Anakin burning alive, people's heads getting chopped off. Like, that stuff can exist in Star Wars. Just rated R, I think, is too far. Because rated R is very, very out there, you know? And I think Star Wars should never go that way. Yes, I think a Vader show should be very dark, and he should be killing a lot of people, but rated R is just too far, I think. Yeah. Star Wars for Life says, I'm crying happy tears, just skipped ahead. Oh, so cute. There you go, Star Wars for Life. There you go. I knew you'd like it. Yeah, I knew you'd like it too. Yeah. All right, I think we're going to get on out of here because I do have to make this breakdown video before I go back to bed. So watch out for this breakdown video. I'm going to try to get it out as soon as 10 a.m. So if you guys could watch out for that video if I can get it done in 6 hours, I will do it as fast as I can. If I can't get it done in 6 hours, that would be a disaster. So hopefully I can get it done in 6 hours. That would be nice. Let me end this poll. Let's see where you guys were at with this episode. Star Wars for Life, rank this episode out of 10 if you haven't yet. What did you rank this episode out of 10? 65% of you said 7 to 8. 17 was next with 4 to 6, which is low. But then 13 was next from 9 to 10, and only 4% of you said 1 to 3. Nice. Yeah. Wait, it releases at 2 a.m.? I don't know. I thought it was 3. Well, maybe it's 2 for you. It's 3 for me. I'm on the East Coast, so it's 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Depends on what time zone you're in, you know? Yeah, now? Yeah. Fearless says, I'm going to have a busy day. Wait, I'm about to have a my business. Wait, what? I'm going about my business for the day now. Oh, yeah, it's the morning for you, isn't it, Fearless? Yeah. It's the middle of the night for me, so I'm going to make a breakdown video, go straight to bed, and sleep through most of tomorrow afternoon. That's my day. So watch out for that breakdown video. Let's get that breakdown video going because guys, I got to show you something crazy. Before you guys get on out of here, let me show you guys something crazy. Since you guys are here, it's the morning, and we want to celebrate the channel, obviously, and all the good things that happen here. I got to show you guys this. This is the most viewed video in channel history. Our shorts get a lot more views than this, but that's okay. This is the most viewed video in channel history, is last week's breakdown video. Right here. At 8,700 views. That's absolutely crazy. Like, we have videos get a lot of views, like 1.7 thousand is nice, 1.3 thousand is nice. If you go to most popular, we got like 7.8 thousand views, which was the other one, 6,000. But then like 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000. Like, that's a lot of views, obviously, and I appreciate all of them. But this is insane. 8.7 thousand is crazy. This is the most viewed video we've had in channel history, and I appreciate all of you so much. And hopefully, let's get the next one, this week's breakdown video, just as many views, and we'll try to do that as well. I appreciate it. And that means that the hype for the Bad Batch is there. The hype for the Bad Batch is here. which is awesome. Yeah. Fearless says, yeah, it's 10 a.m. here. That's nice. Mark says, congrats. Thanks, Marks. Thanks, Marks. Thank Smark. Yeah. It's crazy. Let's try to get this week's breakdown video just as many views. Let's try it. Let's try it out. All right. I appreciate all you guys. I am going to get on out of here. Smash a like on this video if you haven't yet. Watch out for that breakdown video tomorrow. I don't care when you get to watch it throughout the day, but make sure you watch it and give your ranking in the comment section. Give your ranking in the comment section for the episode, for that breakdown video tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Smash a like on this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video and my pretty face shows up in that recommended feed of yours. Pretty solid episode, I must say. Could have been a lot worse, we'll put it that way. But we'll see how it goes with this, the breakdown video. My brain is so foggy right now. It's crazy. All right. And may the force be with you. Always. Oh, yeah. What a great stream. What a great show. Mark says, okay, it's 1 a.m. I'm out of here. By the way, Darth Revan approves. Nice. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. You guys are the absolute best. I hope you have a great rest of your evening or morning or whatever the hell time of day it is. Great rest of your lives. And good night, everybody. / good morning, everybody.